Hey everybody, welcome back. Congratulations on making it to your capstone. We're going to have a busy semester this semester. For anybody that doesn't know, my name is Dr. Dominique Ross, and I will be teaching capstone with you. This will look a little bit different online this semester now that we'll be using Canvas opposed to Moodle. So I wanted to take a couple minutes to just kind of look at how to navigate the Canvas page. I'm also new to Canvas, so we're going to be learning this together throughout the semester. If you have any suggestions for me, or if there's something that you find confusing in the way that it's being presented, please let me know. More than open to feedback. I want to make this as streamlined for you as possible, and hopefully the Canvas screen appears fairly linear, like the Moodle screen did. So what I've done is I've logged in as a student. So this is what the screen should look like from your point of view. What I've done is provided a welcome page. When you see these little pages, what they do is when you click it, it actually sends you to a page that has a pretty detailed description of what's going on that week. So here's your welcome page. We can then navigate back and we can take a look at week one is what we're going to be hitting the ground running with. What I really wanted to do was to talk to you about some of the three options that you have for completing your capstone experience. Last semester, you proposed several different ideas. What we're looking at is, and I'm open to additional ideas if you have them. You just need to contact me and we can have a conversation about it. But there's three general paths to completion for your capstone experience. One, we're looking at potentially doing an original research project. What this would require is either a qualitative or a quantitative study. In some cases, we might be able to make an exception for mixed methods, but what I'd really like is for these to be very simple, clean research designs, so that we can get through IRB approval process, get you collecting data, and be successful within the timeline that we have for this project. So that's the original research. A critically appraised topic. So back when we did the evidence-based medicine course this past summer, you wrote critically appraised papers. What this does is it takes that to the next level and it incorporates all the research that you did last semester for your review of literature, and we're actually going to do an additional set of research, and you'll write a critically appraised topic paper or manuscript. We'll look at the journal guidelines to help guide this whole process, and at the end you'll hopefully have a publishable critically appraised topic. It is a challenging style of writing, but what it does is it looks at all of the articles related to a topic that you want to select, and we whittle it down to about 5 of the best articles related to that specific topic, and then you report on it. So the harder part about this is really just kind of exploring all of the literature and then whittling it down to those best articles based on some parameters that we'll set together. The third option is an evidence-based practice professional presentation. We all know that for athletic training, you need EBP credits, and sometimes they're really difficult to get. And one of the highlights of doing this is that if you are actually approved for your EBP presentation, as the presenter, even if it's only worth 1 EBP CEU, you as the presenter get 10. So for anybody who had difficulty, like I did, getting all of my EBP CEUs before the reporting period was over, this would be an excellent option because you'll have all 10 of them done as soon as this is approved. What we'll do is we're going to actually create these presentations for an at-home program type of model, and we'll do recordings if you decide to do a lecture, and we'll submit them to the BOC at the end and hopefully get approval for them. If you don't receive EBP approval, what will happen is you'll actually likely be able to use this as a CEU presentation anyway. So we'll shoot for the moon, land among the stars type of thing. But I do anticipate that some of you will receive the EBP um, uh, credential, I suppose we'll call it, for your professional presentation. LaSalle College is a BOC approved provider. So for this option, what we'll do is we'll go through our approved provider status so that you can submit through LaSalle, and we'll provide you with the online format in order to deliver your presentation. So these are the basic 3 paths that you could select to achieve your capstone experience. Whichever path you commit to within the next week or so, whether it be original research, critically appraised topic, which a lot of times you'll see me just use CAT as the abbreviation, or the EBP presentation, there's specific assignments for you as we move through the semester. So you can see that week 1 is the same for everybody. What you'll do is you'll give me a proposal of what you'd like to do for your capstone experience. Then week 2, we start to get into different requirements depending on the path you've selected. At the end of the semester, it will all shake out to end up being the same amount of work regardless of which path you chose. It's just it will come at different times during the semester based on what you're selecting. So for instance, the original research is fairly front-loaded with assignments, and that's because you really have to get everything together in order to submit for IRB approval. And then what will happen is we'll move into a data collection phase. You'll see that the bulk of the assignments for the critically appraised topic and EBP presentation actually come closer towards the middle of the semester, and it ramps up from there. So depending on what you select will kind of depend on layout. But again, everything is worth the same amount regardless of which path you choose. Now, if we go actually back to our main screen, what you'll see is as the weeks develop, if you look at week 2, I actually divide these assignments up into original research, critically appraised topic, and evidence-based practice. Now, the question is, what are you responsible for learning? For this capstone experience, you are going to be responsible for the content within the path you've selected. So if you've selected original research, you're responsible for understanding the how-to methods document, writing a qualitative methodology, and submitting a methods. You are not going to be held responsible for the critically appraised topic information. Now, if you'd like to take a look at it, please be my guest. It's really a positive thing to expose yourself to other forms of research and scholarly activity. But you won't be held responsible for doing those assignments. Canvas is nice because what will happen is once you've selected your path, I will actually enter it in so that that assignment is only for the people who are either original research, or the CAT assignment will be only for the CAT people, and then the EBP will only be for the EBP people. So we'll be able to divide it up, and you should be able to see it on your calendar as it pertains to you. And then the same thing will happen in the grade book. You'll see just the assignments that pertain to you. I know that in the beginning of the semester, we're going to be making some pretty big decisions for the next couple months. It will dictate where you're headed for this final capstone project. What I'm going to encourage you to do is select a topic that you're really interested in, that you think is going to benefit you and your own rehab practice, something that you can bring back to your workplace if you'd like to help further develop and take you to the next step. I also encourage you to make sure you select something that is doable. Okay, I want you all to be done once we hit May. So please keep that into perspective. We're not saving the world with these projects. What we're going to do is we're just going to research a little snippet of the world. Okay, so let's keep it manageable. Let's keep it practical. And if you found last semester that you researched something and now you're really not into it at all, don't be afraid to stray away from it. We can have that conversation. Please reach out to me. I'd be happy to talk to any of you, and we can kind of help direct where you'd like to head with that project. So what we'll have is you'll have your first assignment is the proposal assignment. So if we click on this page, what you'll see is this is the rubric that will be used. So you'll give me a project summary. You'll provide the resources that you'll need in order to complete the project, what barriers you'll face, and then I'd like for all of you to find a research advisor, somebody outside of the LaSalle graduate program that can give you quality feedback on what you're doing. This does not necessarily need to be an expert in research. What it needs to be is somebody who understands your field of study and also understands superficially the topic that you're looking at. So really just kind of a confidant outside of the class that you can bounce ideas off of. This can be a colleague, this can be a boss, this can be somebody maybe you went to undergrad with that you respect their thoughts and their opinion. But I would like you to reach out and find a research advisor. And as always, we need graduate level research writing. Now, if you have any questions at all, again, don't hesitate to reach out to me. The syllabus is on here under this link called syllabus. I know it's a little bit different than Moodle, but you can see what we anticipate coming up. And all of the dates will end up being on here as I load them into the system. But you can see the syllabus for the course as well. I look forward to having a fantastic semester with all of you, and I'm really, really excited to see the projects that develop and to learn along with you and to see what we have at the end of the semester. So have a good one.